Alright, Wild Mountain Mike Garden Tours. Right now today we're going to start off with potatoes. I'm growing the potatoes in fabric pots. It is so much easier. Provides great aeration. They don't heat up too much in the sun. I give them plenty of water. These are water with the hose. You start them off really early out here. You start them off in February. And as you can see, they're doing pretty good. Some are just barely popping up. At the end of the row right there, we got sweet potatoes. They're not even up yet. Got a few more months for that. Alright, over here, something new. They're just now starting. Remember, this is going to be a weekly update. We've got ourselves our green beans in here. We've got some celery coming up. Yep, box is almost empty, but there's little bitty green things all over the place. You'll see more. Alright, over here we got some more yellow wax beans. We've got cabbages. They're getting go. We've got broccoli. Now this broccoli over here, that's from last year. I kept it inside the ark and kept it nice and toasty warm, and it did really well. That's going to be our seed broccoli. Now the peas, perfect time of the year. They're doing exceptionally well. Now I co-plant everything. In between the peas, we've got beets, we've got radishes. I like to use them as a filler because they only last for a few months. I can move on to the next ones. All right, now we're going on to, this is gonna be eggplant row. Nothing there yet, folks. Got to be patient as a gardener. Here's our lettuce. Great time of year to grow lettuce outside. Later on, the lettuce will be growing inside. We got more lettuce popping up over here. So that's just a garden tour. Now the weeds are doing great. I gotta get to that one. We got some spinach popping up. Oh yeah. All right, not much going on here. You gotta rotate your crops. All right, over here we got some more cabbage and lettuce and so forth. Right now it looks like dirt, but there's the babies. Aw, I'm gonna eat ya. Anyhow, over here we got 2-year onion. Now onion will only give you seed on the 2nd year. So this is gonna be our onion seed for next year's planting. And got some really great root bulbs. They grow up really big. Now also in here we've got our garlic. Looks identical, but if you didn't know, onion's got big fluffy tubes. Garlic's nice and flat. There you go, one tip for the day. Alright, so as we keep moving on right now, asparagus. Asparagus takes about 5 years to grow, so I put this out in the dirt a long time ago. And yeah, it does get out of control. We've been harvesting and eating this like crazy. They pop up every day. Beautiful asparagus. You can grow that stuff in just about any dirt. I use a drip irrigation system on it. Works just fine. 2 rows of it. In between here, we got some grass. Yeah, gotta get rid of that too. But look at that. Beautiful purple asparagus. Loving it. Alright. I'll try to hold this camera so I don't get everybody dizzy. We got our new onions for this year. Now these onions are in the row, and in between them, they're not popped up yet. No, actually they are. Look at that. Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the world. I'm gonna eat you too. These are beets. Now I plant the onions in here because after these beets and down here the radishes, after they're all grown up and we harvest them out, the onions stay in. Radish is doing exceptionally well right now. The onions stay in, and that's gonna help with pest control. So that's the grow boxes. Let me skip over to the rest of it. Alright, right next to the last grow box we just saw, I'm over here and I've got the little vineyard. And the grapes are just now popping. Believe it or not, they popped up about 2 weeks ago. We got a frost, it got down to about 20 degrees. It killed them all. So they're starting to regrow. The great thing about grapes, they're very resilient. They will come back. Give them a little bit of time. You have yourself some grape jelly. Or even wine. That's something else I do too. I'm gonna put some videos up on that. We do make our own wine out of these. There's just not more anything impressive than a cherry blossom or an apple blossom. Alright, right here we got ourselves a big cherry. Got plenty of cherry trees around. This one, blossoms already went. I'm hoping they set. We got a really hard freeze and that really hits us hard out here, but this is gonna be a pear tree. And it was beautiful blossoms. They're all gone. So we got Gila apples right here. Now the Gila apples, they produce exceptionally well out here. They're blossoming well. Frost is free and clear, no danger of it now. Got some more Gilas. Got an apricot, which I'll get to a long story on that, another feature, because apricot, 1 year, 4 years ago, that was it. Then she quit. Now I'm into the apples. Lots and lots of apples. There's gonna be a whole lot more coming into it. Now if you're gardening, you know you got garden messes. So here's another apple. This one's a green apple. Can't even exactly remember the exact one, but it's a green apple. pretty good. And our latest addition to the family this year, thanks to my aunt and uncle. Thank you guys. A little PG apple. So here in a couple years we might get some of them. Alright, so that's the outside of the garden right now. If you guys are interested, watch a little bit more. And let's jump inside and check out the Ark. Alright, welcome inside the Ark. It is nice and toasty in here. So, what we got going on here, we got fig trees. Under the fig trees, we co-planted some strawberries. And then down these rows, you're going to see a whole lot of plants. It is crowded. It is spring. These are all plants that need to go outside. This is basically our greenhouse. It's our 4-season grow room. It's everything. Let's go through a few of the plants and see what we got. Tomato starters. Isn't it nice in April to have tomatoes that are already hip high? Yes. We do that in here because they grow all year round. And then they turn into tomato starters. Up here, pomegranates. Yep, they're going to have tons of pomegranates. They are growing very, very well. Got our berries. These are all blueberry types, different varieties. Next to them, got some jalapenos. Why not? They go together, a little spicy and sweet. Down here, various herbs, flowers, they all work together. Here's one of our little bananas. Now keep in mind, all the bananas I bought back in December, and this is April, they were about half the size of that one. Here, size reference, tiny. Size reference, a little bit bigger. Wait till you see the big papa. Now I got lots of trees that we propagate and so forth. Up here, we got some propagated tobacco plants. They're in the tanks, and I'll go into that on another episode. So, tanks work along with the fish tanks, give us the water and the humidity we need. More figs, herbs. Cut them back, they just keep growing. Oh, almost got the fish. Anyhow, bananas. They just keep getting bigger, folks. This place never stops. Swiss chard. We got some other pecan trees and so forth mixed in here. I'll get to some better ones. Got our mint growing. Failed experiment. I tried to propagate some pine trees. They didn't go so good. Now we do have pine trees growing from the seed. Our experimental wheat that was planted in December, it's ready to harvest. Believe it or not, we're gonna actually plant that out into the pasture. More stuff. Figs, lots and lots of figs. All right, you can see down here that we've got some other things dying back, so that one's got to go. That's our time. It's actually naturally dried out. It's pretty good. Parsley. Whoa. Okay, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Now, 5 months ago, this was a 12-inch banana tree. It's now 5 feet tall. I take that back. It grew another leaf, and it's another foot taller. So, let's see how that works out. These are ice cream bananas, and it just loves it in here. We've got some more blueberries and raspberries getting ready to go out. You can see there's strawberries co-planted with pretty much most of the big pots. Here's the secret to producing out the tomatoes. We take cuttings from our large tomato plants, you drop it in here, they root up, we put them in some soil, instant tomato plants. Beautiful flowers, a little bit of purple heart. They're just waiting to go outside and be beautiful when all the weather is totally clear, ready to go. Got some more berry bushes in there. Alright, figs. I know I probably should move a little bit faster. I don't want to bore you guys. As I said, I've tried propagating pines. It didn't work. My first experiment with it. However, we propagated the heck out of grapes. Lots of grapes this year. Now up here we can see we've got a palm that's up there. And then we got our, I forgot the name of these things. Those little green things that people eat on their toast and they think they're trying to be healthy. What are they called again? Oh, avocado. Yeah, avocados. So we got the avocado plants and they're up in here too. So around here we got Mr. Lemon Tree. Got a lemon tree growing inside. We got some pecan that started out. Yes, I say pecan, not pecan, the pecan. Got a Mr. It tomato. It's out of control right now. This one happens to be a cherry tomato. It's out of control because we're going to do all these cuttings and they're all going to go into these large planters, and we'll have abundant ones to sell, give away to friends, family, whatever. But we're going to have tons of tomatoes. Well, Mr. Orange Tree right here. tripled his size since I acquired him. He was about 3 or 4 inches. It's now at about, well, 2 feet, so it's a lot more than triple. Now this one right here, this is a yellow pear tomato. See if I can see one of these things in here. I love these things. They are beautiful. That's fully ready to go. It's ripe. As a matter of fact, you're mine. Propagate them out too. Love it. Got more of our plants growing in here. What do we got? We have got broccoli. We got bell peppers. Get them all started. Get them all going. Oh, pineapple. Look at you, Mr. Pineapple. How'd you get in here? Hawaii's the other way. It's not out in the desert, I assure you. Some more purple heart. Strawberries. You can never have too many strawberries. Like I said, we plant them in all the pots out here. Some more peppers. Lots more peppers. Usually we start them off in these little bitty ones. Ooh, those just popped up. They're brand new. Look at that. Hello. I believe those are cayenne. And we got some more cayenne up here. So we do succession planting on them. Alright, tons of tomatoes. Here's our Rutgers tomatoes, our beefsteak tomatoes. Now these this year, they're not coming from propagation. These came from seed. They will eventually be propagated and we'll have endless supplies of tomatoes. Celery. Yes, you saw the celery on the outside one, not doing so great. Well, this celery we got to plant 2 months early. And that's the beauty about this grow house. It's growing and it tastes awesome. Lots of different trees in here. Apple tree cuttings, peach tree, cherry tree, you name it. I can go Forrest Gump in that totally. Alright, up in here we got our tobacco section. So if you're going to have a tobacco product, might as well grow your own. It's probably a whole lot better for you. Not to mention, it's a beautiful, beautiful tropical plant. Mr. Vanilla Bean, how you doing? When are you going to start growing some more? Now I planted this thing, it stayed green, it stayed beautiful. It hasn't grown a bit for me yet. But I'm patient. We'll see you. Some cacao. The cacao love the shade. Another reason for the tobacco, because it's a tropical type, it provides all the overhead, everything else I need to grow cacao or chocolate trees. There's 3 of them there. Or even coffee trees. And yeah, as I said, it's all starting. This is our journey. So keep with me. We'll keep things going on this. See where else this all leads us to. A lot more details to go. But if you're interested, the Wild Mind of Mike. I'll see you next Sunday with more plant updates. Stay safe. Bye.